in 3 minutes with the Neo, or if you go with a Geely car, it's 1 minute, and they use it for the taxi fleets, so you can go in and change it in a minute. But I think as soon as we get ultra fast charging, so we did a video with GAC, which is charging from 0 to 100% in less than 10 minutes, you won't need battery swapping. Battery swapping becomes redundant. So it's going to be interesting to see what NIO do with their 1,200 battery swap stations in the future. So good luck to them.
It's a really elegant interim solution, isn't it? And for big stuff, big haulage, it is the solution right now, because we just can't fit them with big enough batteries for them to be able to do sort of distances that they need to do. And then when they need to stop and charge, it takes ages. So for the big stuff, it works extremely well. For passenger cars, I'm not so sure either. I think for one, you need to get all the brands to agree on the same sort of types of nuts and bolts and componentry so that the stations work for all different brands. Otherwise, every car brand needs its own, sort of a multitude of swapping stations around the country. But I do love it. In the case of those trucks, it's just the most beautifully simple and elegant solution.
Yeah, it's like the iPhone Android thing, right? It's like you don't want to, it doesn't work, doesn't plug in, so it's so frustrating. But I hope that changes. I know that China are developing a national standard for battery swapping, so that within probably the next 5 minutes there'll be a new battery swapping standard that they all have to agree to. So.
But I think one of the aspects I just want to explain about Janus trucks is they've got these big battery, they're 2.5, nearly 3 ton packs they put on either side of the trucks. Gives the truck about 450 kilometers range loaded, so we're talking 96 tons. They are massive. We can't, those size trucks they're not on our roads in the UK or Europe. But when they're not in the truck, they're at the yard where the truck's based, being charged from the massive solar array they've got on the roof of their buildings. So that company are saving, they're talking about it in terms of hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on fuel. Because a big truck, when it's loaded up like that, is doing about a kilometre, I don't even know how to do it, but it's about a mile to the gallon. So they're doing about a mile to the gallon. So they're burning through colossal amounts of diesel. And with these trucks, they're generating, the company generates its own fuel. And as soon as other truck drivers and companies see that, they basically, it's Little Britain, I want that one. It's that, they cannot possibly make enough trucks. They're working flat out to produce as many as they can. They've got orders coming out their ears, and it's really, and that's an Australian company that have done that. Australian designed, Australian developed. You should be very proud of it. Out of everything I've seen here, I think Janus Trucks blew me away. Having a ride in one of those massive trucks, and it's so nice to drive. The drivers absolutely love it. It's so much nicer than driving a big hot diesel. So, there you go. Can we chuck it over this way? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, it must have been an English slip film. Elliot might be able to answer this. Agricultural machinery, big stuff that spends days out in the middle of nowhere. Is China looking at electrifying anything like that? Or?
It's been done already. It's all been electrified. I know that, so things like diggers, combine harvesters, it's all been electrified because it just saves money. I know that in the south of China, most of the new construction projects down there now have to use only electric machinery in construction projects. And I know they've got the massive electric combine harvesters. It's all been done already, it just hasn't been exported yet.
Just quickly, my personal favourite fully charged episode, next time you need cheering up, is one that Robert made during lockdown, where he borrowed a small but powerful electric digger, had it delivered to his house, and then proceeded to sort of just mutilate his garden while laughing maniacally. It's a real atmosphere of madness to the thing. It's wonderful.
Did make a bit of a mess, yeah, it was a bit embarrassing. Yes, I can operate a digger, but not off my own property. I wouldn't be allowed to do it anywhere else, so I can use them, but my God, I make a mess when I do it, it's terrible. Well, I just went on quickly on those trucks, and I don't know how to say the name.